Magomed Ankalaev's manager Ali Abdelaziz is not staying quiet. He's fired up and calling things out bluntly. According to him, Alex Pereira has already rejected a rematch 2 or even 3 times. Ali says there's just no chance Pereira would survive a 5-round fight against Ankalaev if they step back into the octagon. He truly believes Pereira knows what's coming, and that's why he's dragging things out. But hang on, there's another way to look at this. Maybe Pereira is just playing it smart. We can't ignore that this man has been in one of the wildest, most intense runs in UFC history. In just 2 years, he moved up through 2 weight classes, snatched 2 titles, and fought some of the most dangerous fighters in the game. That kind of pace is brutal, so maybe, just maybe, Pereira is simply giving his body and mind a break, and can you blame him?
From your end, what are you hearing from Alex Pereira's team? Like, is it true? Did he knock back a couple of dates and a couple of fights with Ankalaev already? Or is that all just hearsay that we're seeing on the internet?
No, I can tell you the truth. Ankalaev was asked to fight in June, July, and August. Ankalaev said yes for 3 all these dates. And in reality, June and August, we said yes to both, right? I don't know if the UFC asked him or they didn't ask him. I can't do this. But you have to understand, man, when you're one of the biggest stars in the UFC, you have all the hype, you're untouchable, and you lose. Sometimes you need to reset. Or sometimes guys question myself. Maybe Alex doesn't want to fight Ankalaev. Maybe he does, right? I'm very good friend with his coach, Panelo. He's a really good guy. And he told me when I see over the weekend, he's ready to go in October or November. And I believe him. And I believe Alex Pereira deserves time to rest.
Recovery is part of the game too. Plus, Pereira is now a massive global star. He's got the kind of pull that lets him dictate the terms a little, and the UFC knows he's worth waiting for. So maybe it's not about avoiding Ankalaev at all. Maybe it's about doing it when he feels ready. And if Pereira comes back strong and grabs the belt again, that's just one more legendary comeback to add to his already epic journey. A guy who wasn't supposed to win once, winning again, that would send fans into a frenzy. Meanwhile, Henry Cejudo is speaking out, and he's backing Cory Sandhagen to beat Merab Dvalishvili. This comes right after Merab's massive win over Sean O'Malley at UFC 316, where he secured his first submission victory in the UFC. That moment showed everyone that Merab isn't just a cardio machine.
I don't think he beats Cory Sandhagen, bro. I've been really good with my picks, and the only reason why I feel the person I could give that's the most problematic for a guy like Merab Dvalishvili, it is Cory Sandhagen, because Cory Sandhagen brings a lot more thump than a guy like Sean O'Malley, and he is a submission threat a lot more than O'Malley. And he's big, bro. And the other thing too, man, Cory Sandhagen can get up to his feet. He showed that against a guy like Umar Nurmagomedov. He throws knees up the middle, the one that he caught Frankie Edgar with. Like, the dude is freaking dangerous all around. And I do believe, bro, I have a feeling that the person to potentially get the job done with a guy like Merab. And again, I got a couple of Merab. Number one, you have to bet. He's the bantamweight GOAT. But if there's a guy in that division right now with all the tools and the fact that he could get up, it is Cory Sandhagen.
He's a full-on threat in every part of the fight game. So what's next for Merab? Well, Cory Sandhagen might be stepping up. He just had a solid win over former champ Deson Figueiredo, looking calm, precise, and in full control. Now Cory is hyping up what could be an electric title fight, and Cejudo agrees. He says Cory might be the guy to finally figure Merab out. He loves Cory's size, his slick submission skills, and the fact that he always finds a way back to his feet when he's taken down, something Merab hasn't had to really deal with. Stylistically, this matchup would be wild. Cory's smooth movement and deadly striking versus Merab's relentless pressure and grappling. It's the kind of clash that could be fight of the year. But let's be honest, beating Merab right now is incredibly hard. That man doesn't slow down. He suffocates you with pressure, and he just doesn't fade. Still, the champ has said he wants a little time to rest after his latest dominant performance. That means Cory has a bit of time to sharpen his game and get ready for what could be the biggest fight of his career. What do you think? Can the Sandman finally derail the Georgian machine? Is Corey the answer to the puzzle? Or just another name Merab crushes? Now let's get to the drama everyone's been buzzing about. Sean Strickland's shocking story about his backstage run-in with John Jones and his brothers at a recent UFC event. Strickland didn't hold anything back. He said he ran into John and his brothers backstage, and the energy was intense. According to Sean, the brothers were giving him nasty looks like they were trying to start a fight right then and there. He could feel the tension. Strickland even said it felt like they were just waiting for a reason to pounce.
Had to sculpt somebody. You cannot build a better athlete for fighting than John Jones. Minus the coke and smacking pregnant women. And then steroids and, minus all that, the steroids and smacking pregnant women and bro. I heard he's a really nice guy.
He was great to me.
Unless you're in a Vegas hotel. Makes you laugh, dude. I was at a fight and we fought. And I think he had a brother or dad and they're just sitting there mad dogging me. And I'm like, bro, why are you guys mad at me? Did I hit the pregnant? No. Did I smack his wife? No. Did I do the drugs? No, dude. Why I go so hard on him? If he were to just be like, guys, I'm a piece of shit. I try not to be, but I'm a piece of shit. Then I'd be like, but he tries to Trojan horse, dude. He talks about God and as he's doing coke up a stripper. Like, be the fucking villain, bro. You are a villain. You are not a good man. You are not a decent man. You are a piece of who is one of the best fighters in the world. Next time you hit a pregnant chick, bro, just drive faster.
Luckily, it didn't get physical, but that moment clearly stuck with Sean and it added fuel to his growing beef with John Jones. But Strickland wasn't done. He absolutely unleashed on John Jones. He called him out for pretending to be a good guy and a Christian while having a history full of legal issues and scandals. Strickland accused John of using religion as a cover-up for his mistakes. He brought up Jones's DUIs, the domestic violence allegations, and said none of it matched the redeemed man image John tries to show the world. Sean wasn't pulling any punches. He said the gap between John's public image and his real-life behavior is just too big. And Strickland, who's never been one to hold his tongue, made it clear that he doesn't respect what he sees as hypocrisy. Honestly, this whole thing just added another layer to Sean's wild and outspoken reputation. And guess what? Even Dana White finally had something to say about all of this, and especially about John Jones. Dana was asked about the heavyweight title situation after UFC 316, and he didn't hold back. He admitted it's been beyond frustrating dealing with John over the years. He's sick of the delays, especially now that fans are fed up too. In fact, fans are so annoyed that they started a petition demanding John be stripped of his title. That petition blew up over 200,000 signatures, but when asked about it, Dana called the petition silly. Still, Dana admitted the truth. Working with John Jones has always been a major headache. He even compared it to how tough it used to be dealing with Anderson Silva. Dana said, and we quote, "It's definitely the process with John Jones. Him and Anderson Silva, every time, it's like dealing with artists. It's interesting," end quote. Dana says he's still confident the fight between John Jones and Tom Aspinall will eventually happen, but he also admitted he didn't even know about John's latest chaotic Twitter outburst. That just shows how all over the place things have gotten. The bottom line, everything is a mess right now. The title picture is unclear, the negotiations are dragging, fans are growing more and more impatient. John Jones used to be the guy everyone looked up to. Now, he's the guy fans are begging the UFC to move on from, unless he finally shows up and fights. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest MMA news. This story isn't over, and we'll be right here bringing you every update, every twist, and every clapback.